Hey, Craig here. So in this video I'm going to be making the lower die for the first set of dies for the press die system. Okay, so this is what the bottom die is going to look like. This is the part right here that's going to sit into the recess of the die holder. This is the recess section where the sheet metal will be pushed into. This lip right here is actually to hold the sheet metal in place during pressing. I've made it a little bigger to account for a shrink. This is actually op 2, and this is op 1 right here. So, right. Okay, so I've decided to make my first set of dies out of aluminum and see how that runs. I mean, it worked really good for the test. So, aluminum's just a lot faster to machine, and I can get a bunch of this stuff pretty cheap. You know, scraps from my supplier, so. Alright, here comes the second tool. Alright, well there it is. Turned out pretty good. Nice chamfer on there, make it easier to stick in the fixture plate. Alright, let's see if it fits. Okay, I got the fixture plate all set up again. I've rotated the screws on these to pull them back. And I haven't tried this yet, so I guess we'll both see if it fits or not. Alright. Okay, well it fits in the Y direction perfectly, just barely. But there's a problem with the X. I don't know, maybe 1/1000th of an inch off or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and take another 1/1000th of an inch off all the way around here. Alright, well, let's see if it fits now. Perfect, doesn't move at all. Alright, oh, I gotta put the clamps in. Okay, I got the clamps in. Let's see how this works. Perfect. We try tightening the clamps. Nice. Okay, I'm all ready to move on to Op 2. I'm going to start off by facing it, then 3D adaptive clearing to remove the bulk of the material. Then I'm going to do pocketing, and then finally a 2D contour to clean that up. Okay, well, it looks like the part has been ruined. I don't know. It was supposed to be 10 thousandths left on there. I suppose I should have just left 5 thousandths. I don't know. Kind of looks like more than 10 thousandths, but anyways, doing 10 thousandths and then 10 thousandths on the wall was just too much for it, and just started pulling the tool out. So, alright, gonna have to start over. Oh well, so close, but yet so far away. Well, I guess it's just as well, because the fit on this is a little too tight too, you know, thousandths off. So, and this doesn't really need to be that critical, you know, so I guess when I make the new one, I'm going to go over on this, I don't know, maybe by a few extra thousandths or something like that. So I get an easier fit here. I don't need to be fiddling with this each time trying to get it in, you know, when I'm trying to change the dies. So, okay, well, I've remade the part up until this point. Luckily, I had a spare roughing end mill. I didn't have another Taz from Lakeshore Carbide, but I had a Tormach version of it, so I was able to use that. Unfortunately, I didn't have any other regular end mills, and I really wanted to get this done this weekend, so I actually went to a local supplier, and I was actually able to get this YG Alu Power end mill. I guess the normal list price is focus, there we go, is like 40 bucks, but the guy sold them to me for 30 bucks. I guess it's supposed to have some kind of special YG coating on it for aluminum, so we'll see how this works out. I've actually changed it, so I've only left 5/1000ths of an inch to machine off, and I'm actually only going to do the floor. I'm not going to do the walls at all. I'm going to do the walls separate on a contour. Okay, well there it is, all done. Hopefully there's enough chamfer on the inside for forming. All right, well let's see how the sheet metal fits in there. That's pretty good. It's a little loose, but I may end up making this a bit bigger. Now originally I was trying to figure out the best way to pull this out afterwards. I thought maybe like machining something out where I can stick my finger in there, but I don't know, that doesn't seem very good. I was thinking about using some kind of like spring ejection method, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. It seemed a little too complicated, and I was just talking to my son about it, and he just thought, oh, well, you just use a magnet on a stick. So like that. So, alright, well, let's see if this fits in the die holder. Alright, well, I have the die holder over here on the shelf here, so let me pull the top plate off here. And then we can see how this, you'll be able to see it better this way. That just fits down in there just like that. Looks pretty good. Put the top plate back on. Alright, bring it down here. See how it looks? Nice. Alright, well, all that's left is the to make the upper die. Alright, well, if you like this video, I'd appreciate the thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. If you'd like to subscribe, there should be a subscribe button here, and other videos you might like to watch down below here. And as always, thanks for watching.